visa rejections, previous visa violation that might add up to the story. Anywhere, even if your date of birth is different, your name is different, even a letter is going to change the entire story. Concerned about your visa rejections? Now today I am here to help you with reasons and how to avoid them. Now visa can be rejected for multiple reasons, and those are multiple obvious reasons. Even one carelessness can lead to rejection of your visa. Take care of it at the time when you are moving forward for your visa process. Now let's move ahead and let's talk about the first pointer, or why the rejection happens. What are the reasons and how one can avoid them or stop them? Now the very first thing is high number of application, which leads to strict scrutiny. As you all know, now when study abroad trend has gone really up, every other student wants to settle abroad and move abroad for further studies. This leads to higher application of visa, and especially to those countries which has a really but a smooth process of moving or settling abroad. Now here, because of this, it becomes very difficult for visa officers to just go through the visa details and give them the approval. So this is the reason that the process becomes a little bit slow, and at the same time very strict scrutiny is being done. Because there are high chances that because of the bulk of the data, there are chances for the officers to miss on some or the other information, which is definitely not going to be very good result, right? Moving on, minor mistake can lead to rejection. Now there are little bit of minor mistake that students or candidates usually end up doing at the time when they are applying for the visa. So it is important to take care of those pointers. Understanding reasons helps in preventing errors. Now first of all, I would like to help you out over here by making you understand that before you move ahead with any of the process. Now I'm not just talking about your visa process. I'm talking about any of the process that you take over further for your study abroad journey or your PR journey or your work visa journey. So whatever step you are going to take, make sure to have 100% knowledge before moving ahead. Because of course, less knowledge leads to degradation of the results. And of course, you are the one who's going to suffer at the end of the day. So it is important to have 100% knowledge of everything. The documents, the process, the kind of documents you need to attach, whether you need an original document or you might need a photocopy of that. So whatever is needed, just make sure to have a clear information of it. Now let's move ahead and let's talk about further. So common reasons for visa rejection. Now these are the very common reasons, or the very usual or recurring reasons that we usually encounter is incomplete and incorrect documents. The next is insufficient funds. So yes, if anywhere, even if your date of birth is different, your name is different, even a letter is going to change the entire story. Even the name of your parents, the name of your siblings, or any of the whatever documents is required of you to enter in the file or in whatever the folder you need, it is important to make sure whatever is accurate, make sure you add that. Now, insufficient funds. Every country, so I'm just talking about study abroad thing. Every country requires some or the other amount to be kept in your bank before you move ahead for your study abroad journey. So if you don't have the required amount of funds in your bank account, your visa will be rejected. And that is very important. Unclear study or work intentions. Now let's suppose visa officer is going to ask you a question that, what's your purpose for moving to this particular country? You said, I want to study, I want to develop my career, I want to elevate my career in this particular field. Now, the next question that's going to come up to you is, would you work or would you like to work further if given an opportunity? For that reason, it is important for you to clearly think upon what you will be saying. Because one wrong reason and your visa will be rejected. So it is really very important to make sure that what kind of answer you are providing to the visa officer. You are going for study abroad, make sure that that is the only motive you are going for. I hope you get an idea of what I'm trying to tell you. Poor IELTS and English proficiency. Of course. If your IELTS band scores are not matching with the college that you want to go for or the work visa that you want to prefer, or maybe for the PR requirements, if your IELTS or whatever the English proficiency exam the counselor has asked you to take, if you are failing in that, if you're not meeting the requirement, of course you are at loss. Moving forward, previous visa violations. If you have a history of previous visa violation, that might add up to the story. Failure in interview. If you're failing in your visa interviews continuously, that can also be the reason. So these are one of the common reasons that we usually encounter in our visa rejections, right? Usually. Okay. Moving ahead, how to avoid them, the solution. So first of all, document accuracy. Double check all the papers before submission. For that reason, I said that make sure you have 100% knowledge of whatever you are delivering. Moving ahead, financial proof. So genuine, sufficient fund with bank statement. Of course, clear purpose. Have a strong SOP, study plan or work justification, whatever the reason you're moving forward for the study abroad or the abroad journey. Language skill. Aim for IELTS band 6.5 or equivalent when respect to other proficiency exam. Be honest about travel and immigration history. Practice clear, confident answers and make sure be honest. The only tip I would like to give you today or over here is just be honest. Okay? Try not to fool them. They are way too smart than you can think them off. Right? Chalo. Moving ahead, I want to go to abroad because it's good. No. I want to go to pursue Masters in Business Analytics at XYZ University, which aligns with my career goal of becoming a data strategist. So come on guys, you guys have appeared for IELTS examination, TOEFL examination. I mean, these examinations are top-notch examination that you can ever appear for in order to improve your English proficiency. And if you end up giving this answer, of course, that's a shame. And being an IELTS faculty, I definitely don't want you guys to end up being over here after having a really good band score of 7 to 9. This is how you should present your answers in the interview. Moving ahead, be prepared, precise, genuine, avoid shortcut and false information. A well-prepared application is higher approval rate, and treat visa application like professional projects. Of course, trust me guys, it's gonna help you a lot. And that's all. Thank you so much guys. Thank you so much for being here. It has been a wonderful session and I hope these tips and tricks are going to help you, and make sure to cross-check your visa application documents and details before you submit them. Okay? Till then, take care. Bye-bye.